Hot Mike.
All right.
OMG.
Hello. Hello, folks. Glad to. Yay. Thank you, Alexander. All right. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are picking up where we left off last time with, I'll say, with our team attempting to figure out what to do, um, in regards to a fairly old dragon that was found outside of this I'll say that was found rather far outside of the city, hiding out in a cave that was surrounded by cultists. um Now taking a look at the poll. Okay, our group has decided that perhaps we can come up with a different solution, which case we'll find out what that different solution is right now. As we pick up with our crew, in Ardent, facing this dragon, set up with the crew, with the the teachers and the primary protectors of the academy. We have River and Missouri and their new pet Whistler.
Yeah, Steve.
Right. Which case, up to you two. I'll say you have an alternative plan that you would like to present.
Yeah, okay. The alternative plan was extending the wall in the back of the city against the mountain. Yep, I shipped this.
Okay. Do you have an alternative plan that you would like to suggest, Missouri?
Uh, I support the extension
Yeah.
of in the back of the city.
And tunneling under the wall to the addition to the add-on. So it's like a little like the Christmas light things where we go and there's a tunnel we drive under? Like that. A tunnel like that.
The dragon will look towards the mountain.
A lot more space. We can even tunnel into the mountain if you like. And connect that part of the tunnel to your cave. Block off your cave so people can't enter it from over there. Or the only entrance can be here. You have a lot more space for you and your babies. Humans don't have to be displaced.
The dragon will look around. It's quite a large mountain. I assume
Yes.
it was like, I assume, I'll say she'll be like, I assume that you have no need for it.
Besides using it to protect the backside of us. Other than that, no. I will turn to the teachers to confirm.
The
We're not using it.
the headmaster will say, it is our primary source of fortification. Yes. The dragon will. I'll say. The dragon will say, "Do you have any idea as far as to what is within the mountains?"
No, but you're more than welcome to go search and check it yourself.
The dragon will think momentarily. Like, hmm. It will. I'll say it will look at the. It will look around at all of you. I would like to claim the entire mountain.
I will look at the teachers.
The teachers will look at each other and was like, and do you still? It was like, and will you still require these tome? It was like, will you still require our tomes and magical items? The dragon will say, if I can have the entire mountain, if I can have the entire mountainside surrounding your city, that will suffice.
Mm,
And
Do
then I'll
we
say,
still need to build the walls, of the mountain, or
no need. I shall simply nest in the mountain, design
okay?
it as I see fit.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool. I like that.
Yay, dragon!
Do you mind if I occasionally come and say hi and bring trinkets and gifts to you?
The must say with a proper amount of reverence. Must say proper amount of reverence is never to be shied away from, as long as you are simply coming to drop off gifts.
Yeah.
You do not intend to overstay your welcome, I assume.
The moment you tell me the GTFO, I will GTFO. No questions asked.
Um,
And if you want, when I can even bring you a couple of books sometimes, just so you can have something to read. And then when you're done with those, I can take them back to the library and bring you some more. You
um,
don't the
the
books,
must
do
say
you?
the must say the headmaster is going to kind of like give you a look. The librarian is trying to look as if he's not opposed to it. The headmaster's just going to shake his head at him, and he's gonna be like, "Oh." The must say the headmaster will say, it was like he'll say the books he was like the only he was like all of the books that we have here are some of the last known pieces of literature that may exist in the world. We cannot we cannot allow them to leave the confines of the city.
Mrs. Dragon, another question. Can you shape shift into a humanoid being?
Um, she'll look at you. There will I'll say there will be a I'll say there will be a bit of a radiant I'll say a bit of a radiant kaleidoscope of lights as her body starts to get illuminated with a glow as she I'll say as her body shrinks down.
Not
I feel
gonna
very
lie, that might have been an easier way to escort you into the city.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel semi compelled to call her mommy.
Dim wings.
She is I'll say her I'll say she almost seems as if it is almost harder to look at her in this form because she almost
I
seems to
will
be shimmering more so right now.
I will totally escort you. This is happened. uh, Whenever you want to come to the library, and we can sit and read. I stare longingly at your stars, your eyes, your book, and your as we study together. Yeah.
Side note, would I be capable of changing into her humanoid form? Just
Be a
wondering.
doppelganger? Yes, you can do that.
Okay, good to taking good note of her whole entire appearance for future reference.
I'm not gonna
Kind of-
young justice this, but I literally thought about doing it for a quick second, just FYI. For those who don't know, in the animated series Young Justice, John and Megan uh, were cosplay. Well, Megan would cosplay as one of the Justice and make out with him,
Mm,
which they never addressed. They got caught and they never addressed it. They just said, "Guys, this is weird," and that was all we get.
I mean, not really much else to get. So
Feel like there should have been some sort of punishment. I don't know.
is there?
Punishment, maybe a
Can you be?
conversation.
You can't punish people for dressing up like somebody else.
No. She didn't just dress up. She didn't just dress up. There's
I
a
mean,
difference between dressing up and completely assuming their features.
I say it can't be any worse than Plastic Man disguising himself as Big Barda's dress.
That's different. I mean,
That's interesting.
a little weird.
I'm about to say he did it to sneak into an event, but she didn't realize that he was the dress, and
Yeah.
it wasn't until like things went off, and she was like, "Wait a sec, you've been clinging to my body this whole time." He was like, "It's not like that. Like I needed to be able to sneak in."
It probably is a little bit like that.
It's Plastic Man. It is exactly like that.
so it could have been huge or something at that point.
Yeah. Well, maybe he didn't want to be stepped on. You know, he's probably not that type of guy that's into that.
But I'm gonna say she will look over, say, is this, I'm gonna say, is this body, they'll, I'm gonna say, look over at the teachers, is like, will this form suffice?
Yes. Yes. I mean, yeah. Of course. Yes. I mean, of course. Yeah. It's good.
I'll say
Yeah.
the librarian seems to be just kind of circling around. It was like, my word, it's fascinating.
More ways than one.
What
We're
a
just gonna
glorious
leave
sight to
you with your
behold.
uncle. Like, just as an aside, I'm not lesbian. Like, up until recently, I was not into women.
I'm gonna say, and your husband, I'm gonna say, I'm like, I'll say your uncle's gonna kind of be like, he was like, and he was like, and I didn't think I found monsters attractive.
Be nice. If by definition, I'm sort of a monster. Are you
He's,
trying to say nobody will ever find me attractive?
Man,
I'll say he's gonna look at you. He's like, if anyone does, he was like, if anyone does find you attractive, then I'll say as long as they're willing to have a nice lengthy talk with me about their future with you, I'm all for it.
No weapons.
I must say he's gonna be like, okay, if you really think I need a weapon.
I said no weapons.
Yeah, he's like, if you really think I need a weapon in order to in order to deal with someone, then yeah.
no violence.
No violence.
As
Plus,
long as they
why
don't
not?
hurt.
I'm gonna end up alone with 1,000 pets or other dragons or stepchildren.
That sounds like a good deal, honestly, having step dragons.
Yeah, right. Um, Mrs. Dragon, are you by any chance?
Must say she's gonna look at you. She was like, she'll say, it was like, my name is Iridia.
Iridia. Oh,
Lovely.
yeah. Is there a Mr. Dragon?
Did you know I could shapeshift?
She will say there was she will say there was before his ascension.
Hmm. You're not looking to adopt anyone, are you?
She will say I have she will say I have children to watch after they have fully grown. Then I will worry about other things. Currently this pointless war that she was like this pointless war that you all engage in has resulted in less, I'm not saying less of an abundance of time for me to be able to enjoy myself.
We do humbly apologize.
I'm not say the headmaster will look and say, this is no war that we started. And she would say, but this is a war that she was like, this is a war that you seem intent on losing.
Did you share your wisdom on how to win?
Be stronger.
Get good.
Is the battle merely won by strength?
She will say strength and not making stupid mistakes.
Oh,
So-
I am nothing but full of stupid mistakes.
Strategy and strength.
Just ask
She will say the first, she was like the first mistake that you made is the same mistake that I'll say that all of your kind ends up making. Too divided, too spread out, too many different ideologies. I'll say when the threat came, it was too easy to take you all out one by one. Too many different armies, not one united front. Each of you fell individually until it's just you.
Well, we mean to fix that after this. Well, thank you for pointing out an obvious flaw we had.
And I'll say she'll say she was like it's okay. I'll say you will all unite. There will be peace, at least for about 1,000 years or so, until your grandchildren eventually forget why there was peace, and then they split off and start it all over again.
Kids, you know?
Hey, in case you're wondering, Missouri is also single.
And
And I'll say
you know,
she'll look at Missouri and say, "What is wrong with you?"
what's right with me, you know? I got a lot of problems, but I'm working on that kind of stuff.
That is very. I'll say that is very good of you. I'll say it's always good to see I'll say someone working on making themselves into something.
Now, would you
Yeah.
say a union between me and a dragon would improve me?
I'm sure that we could find you a suitable dragon if I'll say if that is something that you require.
Well, I would like to partner with you in finding that suitable dragon.
I will I'll say she will say she'll say my bro I'll say there I'm pretty sure that the world still has several dragons that are laying in wait, or some that are slightly more cowardly that are actively hiding.
I need you to be my wingman.
I got you. Oh, I mean her. My bad.
In which case, I am more than happy. I'll say during some free time, I will send out the call. If there are any dragons, I shall summon them to Arden.
All right. I'll
Must say pray that they do not. Must say pray that they do not take a liking to the city and wage.
well, matter
How
because
about
this is
how about we
your
don't call any extra dragons?
place.
Hmm?
You're here and you're friendly with us. Why would they hurt us?
They
The
must say
dragons are better than we are. They know not to war for petty things.
I'll say land is never. I'll say land and territory is never such a petty thing.
How about we don't call any dragons? Here. I think one for now is enough. But if you know where some are at, we would gladly go and talk to them.
I have no clue where they are at. Most of them have probably been. She will say there are some that I'm familiar with that I know that are fools. Several of them have probably been killed, or at least the weaker ones. You probably didn't want them anyway. Have probably been killed by this demon lord of yours.
Well, well, when you want to come back, when you want to come down from your mountain and go to the library, I will gladly go with you. If I'm not on a mission or, dodging my uncle.
I'll say the Yormander, this gentleman in the back will walk forward. He was like, if I may, he'll get a bit close and look. Seems to be like examining her up and down. You seem he'll say, you seem to be radiating an intense amount of mana. She'll say, indeed. He was like, I have a few questions. He was like, I have a few questions I would like to ask of you if you have the time. She will say, I do not currently. I must make my, she will say, I must make my way back to my make my way back to my lair. I must make my way back to my lair so that I can gather the things that I need.
Yes, yes. And I guess we will ride back with you, on you. You're not opposed to that?
Say.
But Yoshi, I ride you.
I would have ridden you for other reasons, but we're not going to talk about that.
Hold up. Okay, cool. All right. She will say it. She will say the two of you then.
Mm-hmm.
She will say very well. She'll look at the lizard.
What's wrong with Steve?
Steve and I are one.
She'll just be kind of staring for a bit, like, very well. She seems a little wary about what she's about to do. She will open up her hand as like this sphere of rainbow light emits from it. It will I'll say two beams of light will come out, one striking river, the other one striking Missouri. As both, as you can feel yourself being yanked, away.
Hey.
And I'll say Back in the cave. You guys have been in this cave for you guys have been in this cave for quite a while now. What exactly is there anything in particular you guys have been doing during this downtime?
Now, let's see. We know better than to touch Dragon's Horde because they get cranky when you start taking stuff. Given what this guy's been doing, I imagine he was pretty thorough, but figure I can take some time while we're killing time and keeping an eye on this guy, looking around, see if I can find any scraps of like hide sheddings or whatever that might be able to be leathered,
Okay.
either from the dragons or some of the other critters we've seen in here. Since we've been apparently dealing with a lot of reptiles, which means they do shed.
All right. So you're just kind of wandering around.
Yeah, wandering around, getting a lay of the cave, like what's in here, anything of interest. Stay away from the horde, obviously, because again, I don't want to piss off the big guy.
Okay. Go right ahead.
But especially since the young ones were hanging out over there by the water, and the big one was in the back again. It's like they have, he seemed to be dealing more with magic stuff than stuff that could possibly be tanned. I don't know.
I know I wanted to get a number of the feather scales, which I believe I agreed to an arrangement.
I believe you guys did come to an arrangement on a cost and everything. Minerva is going to run over here and jump in the water.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Provided my conversations with him didn't take like the entire time. There's Is Minerva just swimming, or is she actually like looking for something in the water?
She's just enjoying herself splashing around. I'll say she took off several layers of her clothes and very much just jumped in the water.
Okay.
Oh, where'd that weird steam come from?
The dragons came from the other side here, yeah?
They seem to have gone into the like through the waterfall to some other area.
Okay.
Which you are aware, since you were there, that they were told to kind of go back there to stay safe.
Okay.
So it sounds like behind the waterfalls where I should be looking.
Provided that I am through with the conversation with the deal and everything, I will excuse myself.
Like, I was like, do it. He was like, all right. He was like, do as you wish. Kind of seems to be kind of grumbling. He looks as if he is going over some, while you guys are doing this, seems as if he is going over some numbers. Nimbus, as you are heading over here.
Okay.
I was just getting his roll out of the way. As you are over here scrounging, you will find you will find parts of the you will find parts of the hide. Basically some kind of scraps. Seemingly discarded. nowhere near the level, nowhere near the sort of level of the scales and feathers, but seemingly still having, some semblance of, like, you can feel a bit of a radiant energy coming from it. Very faint, but still that. You can also find some. You also find. Um, how long are you looking for?
As the other two are watching the guy, I'm just kind of milling around until either the group comes back or I finish, covering the area. So I'm taking my time, however long that is. Yeah, assuming the dragons do what they do in a lot of things, where they shed like snakes and other reptiles, I imagine there's stuff
Yeah.
around that the guy would not think would be nice enough for whatever he's doing, but I could still use.
Okay. That is what you're able to find, kind of laying around. They're not fully intact dragon nails; they're just like pieces of nails that you can tell, like, dragons just kind of like clipped off, or from like scratching and like filing its nails down. So it's like nail shaving, like chunks of nail that might have broken off, and bits and pieces of skin that were left over after having the scales and the feathers plucked off of it. All right.
If
Moonlit
that's
Whisper.
um, I will keep my ears out for this guy moving, but I will go over to the water area, and I would like to see, given that they have passed through, the dragons have passed through the waterfall, if there are any scales or such that have washed into the um water area from them just passing to and fro through the waterfall.
Okay. Search roll. Okay. The lake seems to be the lake does seem to be shimmering with something, but it doesn't look. I'll say, but it doesn't look like I'll say, lake looks as if it's shimmering with something, but it doesn't look to be um I'll say it doesn't look to be a doesn't look to be of a um I'll say it doesn't look to be of any sort of design. I'll say any sort of scale design.
Okay, but there's other material there then.
There appears to be something I'm gonna say, for lack of a better term, gelatinous moving around in the water.
I'll advise Minerva of the gelatiny.
She's like, oh, duly noted. Whee!
As I don't necessarily trust what's his face over here to look after guy. As much as Whisper would like some relaxation in the form of, well, doing what Minerva's doing, I'll instead just sit on this rock and face this way, just to keep an eye on the area.
I'll say Seth is just kind of sitting there, looks more concerned about where he is. Ravix appears to be just trying to you're familiar enough with Ravix at this point, seems to be keeping inventory. It seems to be trying to keep inventory of the things around here, possibly to loot.
Hey, Gravix, could you use some gelatinous material for your wares?
Um, the I'll say the Ravix will say, "We can touch things here."
Wouldn't think I wouldn't think gel would be a part of the horde, but that is a good point. Let's bet. Let's not risk the ire of dragons.
The I'll say the merchant is being unreasonably quiet as you were talking about this.
Yep.
Okay. I'll say so. I'll say considering. I will say that what you are doing. I'll say what you guys are doing will take up the remainder of your time, as you will feel like the air kind of like swirl and seemingly like suck in before there's a and these I'm about saying these three I'm about to say River and Missouri will appear with this strange person that was not with them when they left.
Welcome back, Artemis and Marie. And who approaches is your companion here? So I would like to make a investigation roll to see if I can piece things together, even though I
Okay.
asked the question.
River will just blush a little bit and go, "Mommy." I mean, Mrs. Dragon. I mean, and I forgot her name that quickly, but I will say her name.
Iridia?
Iridia. I'll say
Iridia.
yeah. Hold on for a sec.
Artemis, you will definitely recognize that Whisper has this look of why hello there towards the towards Iridia.
Oh no! The moment she notices that, you get the stink eye, man. Get the stink eye. You are not breaking Jib Jib's heart. I won't allow it.
I don't see any Indeed on there.
No, that's not the Indeed one. That's just the eyebrow one.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay, sorry. Back. All right. What was so she must say she will look at you. Yeah, you are able to piece together that this is the humanoid form of the dragon that owns this cave.
Looks at Artemis. Looks back at
Evil eye.
what was it?
Evil eye.
What was it? Iridia, I believe was the name.
Iridia, yes.
Yeah.
I'll say Iridia the Prismatic.
Welcome back, Your
Prismatic.
Highness.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's
She'll-
the look River's giving you.
She'll look at Moonlit Whisper and kind of smirk. I say she'll look at Moonlit Whisper kind of and like it looks like a look of it looks like a look of almost old unnerving seriousness. And then you'll see her face kind of curl into a slight smile. You're amusing.
Thank you, I try. Now, if you'll excuse me, moves over here next to Artemis.
Yes, good.
She will walk over here. Nimbus, what are you doing? You would have heard Masa, you would have heard like this like suction of air and then this and you will hear River's voice as everyone in the other room seems to be talking.
Yeah. Come back in, see everyone tripping over themselves. The woman, in scale with horns and dragon wings. Okay, I'm taking a shot in the dark here, but that's a better way to make a first impression.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah.
Don't listen to him. Your dragon form was beautiful.
It was resplendent.
Must say she will say I appreciate being comfortable in my own home. Wearing the form of your wearing a form that is suitable to your people is useful when engaging with your people. But I saw no reason to engage in such frivolities when you came into my place.
Would your more comfortable form enjoy some embellishing attire?
She
He's
will
still a
say,
businessman.
she will say, you have things that you wish to gift to me.
Yes, if it would not if it would not offend your David just lost English for a second. If it would not offend your sensibilities. I want another word, but I lost that word, so I'm going to use that word.
I am only ever offended by trinkets. By trinkets and gifts that are not befitting my station. I'll say she'll look over at Nimbus. She will say, do you put on clothes when people barge into your home?
Yes.
How polite of you.
I noticed.
She will say when people arrive uninvited into my home, I see no need to cater to their sensibilities. You see what you see when you walk in.
Definitely sounds like there's a variety of comfortabilities here.
Means I'm more modest. Not, each their own.
She will say she will look and say she'll look over at River and Moonlit and kind of look over at Gargalo as well and be like is this a thing with the people of Ardent? They have issue. I've noticed a significant amount of clothing that you all wear. Displaying your. I assume that displaying your genitals is not something that you engage in.
I don't have any issues with with immodesty or modesty, I do tend to want to obey the laws and not be thrown in jail.
I've
She'll
been known to dabble.
she'll look and she'll say so I assume that anytime I enter the city, I will be required to be in this form to make sure that I'm not indecent
I
in
I mean,
accordance with your laws.
your other form doesn't need to wear clothing because, well, nobody expects a dragon in dragon form to wear clothing. But yeah, while you're in that form, at least you probably should be dressed. And that form is also less likely to panic the civilian populace, at least until they get used to you.
She will say she will look at her attire. She was like, I do not see the difference. I am still current. It was like I'm still currently not wearing clothes.
Oh, you didn't mention that when you blew
That's
up
why the art makes it look like she's wearing scale mail.
Yeah. That's the thing. She doesn't view it as clothes. It's basically her. It's the same scales and feathers, just taking the form of.
Okay.
You
what
may
it
not
is.
see the difference. The people will.
But
Because while
if
you
want-
believe that, while you are clearly that is apparently your skin, the people looking at you didn't, like us, didn't necessarily realize that was your skin until you just said something.
Yeah, like for the image, she's not like anime dragon girl where it's just a girl with a handful of scales on her body and a horn. It's like, yeah, I'm a dragon. she's like, yeah, I was like,
if you want a place where you can walk around naked, my room's available. I mean, the tavern is available.
Frabix will say, Frabix will look at you. It was like young girl flustered, have potion to offset nerves.
Well,
Yeah,
Favix
I
is
think I need it for that. Yes.
while Favix is offering that, I would like to embellish the Artemis's tavern to not Iridius, shit,
Iridia.
Iridia.
I will go ahead and
Which are gonna be can be a wingman. I will copy that because your spelling is going to be more accurate than mine.
is the dog just like walking over and sniffing? Swear to God, if your dog's about to piss on her leg.
No.
Dog offers smoke. Let me be more clear. The pipe, the smoking pipe, doesn't want to give the dragon the smoke. I would hope not. Damn.
I'll be honest. If I thought this picture was gonna have this sort of effect, I would have done it last session. I thought it was just. I was like, oh, hey, this is a nice looking picture, and everybody's like, holy fuck.
Hey, who said we're not tropey?
Not only are you being tropey, but you've also inverted the trope because normally it's the male players that are always getting accused of being horny.
In River's defense, she's made out with Nimbus like what, twice at this point?
Made
This
out is a
guy
strong
has-
term. She kissed him.
Hey, one of those for us for a couple of seconds. It's a makeout.
It lingered. It was long. It was long. It was long enough to be awkward.
It was long enough to be awkward.
I'm gonna say for Missouri, you will notice the Wizard seems to have kind of hidden behind you.
What's wrong, Steve? What's going on?
Steve seems nervous around seems to be fairly nervous around Iridia.
It's okay, buddy. I got you. Do I have any? Okay. Is there any way I can communicate with Steve? Like, know what he's thinking?
Let me see what languages he speaks, and I'll be able to let you know.
Okay.
Let's see, what language does the Wizard speak? What language does the Wizard speak? It doesn't speak any languages.
Understood.
um, and it was shown last time that beast speak. I must say, speak with animals doesn't work because it's not an animal.
Yeah, but can it use speak with animals if it doesn't have any languages?
Yes. Because of its ability, yes. But it
Okay.
doesn't have any languages. Are
Just
you
gonna
just gonna
have
sit here and whine? Is that what
to
you're
go
gonna
off
do?
of vibes alone.
I love you
Mm,
too. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You little fluffy butt. Little Mr. Fluffy butt. Okay. You can get belly scratches. I don't have to put any effort into that. Okay. Which case? All right. She is going to. I'll say. If I'll say. Minerva's gonna climb out of the water. Um. And kind of shake dry. Um. I'm about to say unless Missouri is gonna kind of move out of the way, it'll kind of get a little bit of water splashed on you. And she kind of shakes like a dog.
I kind of just shake too because I just want to move.
Okay. She'll. I'm about to say she'll shake. At this point, just kind of with like this kind of fur cowl around her neck, and like kind of like the sarash like wrappings around her chest and around her waist. And she'll like she'll walk over. She was like, "Hi, pleased to meet you." She'll just kind of extend her hand to shake her hand. Iridia will look at her hand, look back at her. You are bold. She'll be like, she'll look around. She was like, "Did I do something wrong?" And she was like, "I appreciate that." Um, she'll extend her hand, and they'll kind of do. She'll the Iridia will kind of reach past her hand, kind of grab a hold of her forearm, and give her one of those handshakes. The forearm handshake. And she was like, "Oh, okay." Um, you will see. I say you will see a little bit. I say because of where Nimbus is, you will see what looks to be a little bit of a sizzle when she grabs a hold of her arm. And you'll see you'll see Minerva kind of like make a face and be like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this." Minerva will kind of squeeze her squeeze her forearm as well. Um, you'll hear what almost sounds like something that sounds like a mild crunch, like something just cracked a little. Um, they'll both kind of smirk at each other before they let go. You will see a kind of a singed handprint, like a singed handprint on Minerva's arm. It's not like a full-on burn, but definitely like a imprint of her hand. I'll say, if no one else is doing anything in particular, um, she will walk over to Gargalo and will tell him. She will say, pack up the belongings. It's like, pack up your belongings. We are moving. And he's gonna be like, what? She was like, they have promised me. She was like, the humans have given me, have not given me the city, but they have given me a mountainside.
River is gonna be looking at him with the smug grin on her face. Like, take
Um,
that, asshole.
I'm gonna say, but yeah, I'm gonna say he'll kind of look. He was like, where are we going? And she was like, was like, they have gifted me, the mountainside behind Arden. And he's like, and what am I supposed to do with that? And she will say, she was like, what you have been doing, live with me.
Hey, how come
She
he gets to be your boyfriend?
I'll say she'll look over. She was like, I do not appreciate being insulted.
I'm insulted. I've been rejected, and this guy is better than me.
And I'll say she will say, she was like, this is, she was like, he is my property.
Can't I be your property?
As soon as you prove that you can actually do something for me.
I got you a whole mountainside.
We got her a whole mountainside.
Which is, no, I'll say,
Don't exclude me out of this.
she will say, which has yet to prove to be of any profit.
It probably will be, though,
If it was, why didn't you all mine it?
because we really wanted you.
She will say, it was like, be that as it may. She was like, Gargalo. It might say, she will say, she was like, it is up to you to figure out, a way to get as much profit out of the city of Arden as possible. My horde will need new trinkets. And as
River
per,
will make the whipping motion with her hands.
and
To him.
she was like, and as per our agreement, if you wish to keep that which I have bestowed upon you, then you will continue to give me what I've asked. He will nod and say, as you wish. He will say, he was like, it will be difficult, as the city of Arden is. He'll look over at you all, rather poor.
I don't care. You can't do business with the demon lord. So it's a win in my book. You're welcome.
I'll say, she will say that, she was like, that is not my concern. Find a way to get, find a way to get, try to find a way to get anything of value from them. And she will say, there she will say, she was like, at the end of the day, they have to have something of value, and I'm sure that there's something. She was like, He was like, I did not keep you around simply. He was like, I do not keep you around because I appreciate your company. I keep you around because you're useful. Do not let that usefulness wane simply because we are relocating. He'll kind of groan. She will say she was like, there is no difference between these people and the demon lord.
Yeah, that's not what you said earlier, but okay. I think it's just old age.
And by
Well,
that,
she
of course, she means wisdom.
I'll say she at the end of the day, she was like, both. It was like both of you have stuff. It was like both of you have both stuff. Both of you need stuff. Both of you, deal in currency. So
Yeah, but that's not what she was saying earlier.
Oh, that was out of character. Okay.
in regards to what?
To what you said.
In
That's
regards
not
to
what she
what?
said earlier.
About what?
That the demon lord and his people were the same as.
Well, I mean, I'll say she does kind of view you all as, both. It was like both of you are just, both of you are just people fighting over nothing. And it was like both of you think that you're in the right. I'll say both of you think that you're in the right, and that's why she was like, I don't. It was like there's no real side now. Now that she's near your city, she's like, if they attack
Yeah, but
you,
that's not what
then
you said earlier. That's all I'm saying.
what did she say earlier? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That she was avoiding the demon lord, and
Yeah,
that if he did roll up on her stuff, she'd fight him.
yeah, same for you guys. If you rolled up on her, she would have fought you too. I'll say, I'm like, if Arden was like, hey, we're gonna roll up and we're gonna attack you, she would have attacked Arden. And I'll say, but they knew better than this. They knew better and they stayed away. The cult, must say the cult wasn't. Must say the cult of the sun god wasn't exactly a threat. They were just gonna sit there and worship her. So, so she doesn't view worshippers as a threat. She is going to whistle. She is going to whistle as her children will start to come out from behind the waterfall. She will. She will say. She will say, "Gather your things. We are leaving." They look a bit confused. She will say, I've procured a new home for us. It is not as good as this one, but there is more space. We will not be as crowded. Um, she will kind of direct all of you. She will kind of wave her hand and say, you all may go. We must make arrangements in order to vacate this place.
Okay, later, wifey.
Yeah.
She and when she says that, Gargalo will look, and he is going to start. He's going to have a worried look on his face as he starts to make a break or out the cave, as if
He's
he
gonna be
knows,
sorely
as if
disappointed.
he knows. It's almost as if he knows that something's about to happen, and he looks worried, and he starts making a break for the exit.
Am I? I don't have any. With him running, can I go and grab him as he passes, or at least try to?
Sure.
Eh. Okay, that's an okay roll. Damn.
His, I'll say, even though he is a merchant, he is rather bulky and and kind of flexes his muscle and kind of shrugs you off and kind of kind of side eyes you with a look of don't try to don't try to keep me from getting killed.
Stop running with your wide biceps.
Yeah, he kind
We
of
should
gives
probably be making our way out as well.
he kind of gives you a look of I'm trying to get out of here before what happens, but he doesn't seem to imply what's about to happen.
Oh no, clearly he thinks there's going to be a big thing happening.
Run, 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 run.
I'm going to take Missouri's arm and Fabric's arm, and I'm going to be headed towards the exit myself. Uh, and as I regale them with, how I'm going to miss the fauna of the area, like like maybe we'll come back at a different time, just us, and explore what's left of the cave if there's anything left after Mrs. Dragon does what she does.
You will, I'm gonna say, each of you can see that the dragons seem, I'll say, her children seem to be pouring. I'll say you can almost see like a steady stream of mana pouring from the young dragons into her as she is starting to, glow. You can feel, you can feel a slight tremor from above.
We will clearly meet you later then.
I'll say Minerva's ears kind of like twitch. Same for Fenrir. Fenrir kind of you can tell that Fenrir kind of has that, that sense that animals get when some sort of natural disaster is about to happen.
Yeah, Whisper will start moving out, expecting um expecting uh Erdia to pull a Regis.
Okay. Nimbus, what are you doing?
Sounds like everybody else is clearing out, so I guess I'm following suit.
I'm skipping after River, consoling Steve because I'm pretty sure Steve's pretty bent out of shape right now.
Yeah. So everyone's making their way out.
Yep.
Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. These two off. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Where can I do? Oh, okay, there it goes. There we go. All right. As you guys make your way out, go ahead and drop him out here as well. Where is he? 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 There you go. Miscellaneous. There we go. All right. He's gonna. I'll say by the time you guys catch up with him, he will be on the other side of the river, staring. All right. You guys run out of. I'll say you guys make your way out of the cave. Making your way through that hole that you left at the entrance. Looking up, I'll say as you are looking up at the sky. I'll say as you are looking up at the sky. Well, actually, does anyone look up at the sky or just kind of running out?
Whisper expects there to be a burst through the rock ceiling, as it were. So yeah, he'll be looking upwards.
Oh, okay.
River will
Looking,
also be looking up.
okay. Nimbus and Missouri.
Nimbus will be taking a head count, make sure we got everybody.
Okay.
I will be glancing, but also worried about Steve.
Okay. Steve is hiding inside of whatever sort. I'll say Steve seems to be hiding inside of whatever like sort of shirt or jacket that you are currently wearing.
Okay.
Whatever sort of top that you're wearing, he seems to be like hiding underneath it or inside of it. Kind of feel him kind of crawling around underneath against your skin.
Okay. I'm just patting the area where he is and trying to console him as
Okay.
I'm making my way out.
Okay. You will see anyone looking up will see a gleam of light. I'll say like this spark in the sky. I'll say this spark in the sky as this massive beam. I'll say this massive beam rains down out of the sky. Okay. Yeah. Okay. As this massive, I'll say, as this massive pillar of pinkish purple, like pinkish purple energy that seems to also have this multicolored facet to the to the energy that is coming in it, giving off similar colors to the for player reference, similar to a Bifrost.
Okay.
It slams into the ground with this intense heat that you can feel. It is burning. I'll say you can smell the you can smell the burning of the land and the grass and the trees. It's as if everything is actively being incinerated and destroyed right now. you will see this moving around the entire area, incinerating and destroying everything in its path.
Ooh.
That's not a good sign.
If anyone wants to try to figure out what is going on, you are welcome to roll.
What role would need be?
Arcana.
Roll 20's averaging me today.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Let me see what I can do. Arcana.
I'll say at this point, Nimbus would, I'll say, you definitely would have noticed as this beam would have hit the ground with enough of a force to make a shock wave. Let's see. Each of you, I'll say Artemis was one. Artemis was one off. Almost understands, but for Missouri, it's pretty.
It is though.
Wait,
Like,
can I guide myself?
Oh no, can you?
Hold on, that is a good question.
The spell does work on you. You can use it on
Yeah.
yourself, yes.
Actually, I'll
Yeah,
use
oh,
mine on
I couldn't
myself then
remember
as
if
well.
I had it or not.
Okay.
Look, one away on the nose.
Okay. I'll say beforehand. Okay. Both of you kind of staring. It was like, wait a minute. I feel like I know that. It's a really powerful spell. I can't remember and both Nimbus, I'll say both Artemis and Moonlit Whisper will both like immediately like, oh, and both look at each other. Blasting beam.
Nice.
I'll say as she seems to be. I'll say as you are fairly certain that this is what Gargoyle was trying to get out of the way of, as this thing seems to be incinerating and decimating the area that is that this is being activated on. What she seems to, I'll say, you are guessing what she seems to be doing is completely destroying her previous lair so that it can't be utilized by anyone.
As the layer is just a space, I think that is a little bit extra, but I understand why she's doing it.
Well, remember the area is like a mana. Well, I'll say was like a focal point for mana.
oh wait, what about Wizard's friends?
Yep, they're dead.
The Wizard's friends.
You didn't see any other things like Whistler.
They were crawling on the ground.
you just saw Whistler.
But I thought there were other beings that were like Steve that were there.
I told you. I was like, the only thing you saw was you saw Steve
Oh,
and
okay.
the bug that you guys brought in with you. I said there were flowers in there.
Okay.
There were certain flowers and fauna in there.
Well, still,
but-
this was Steve's home too.
Is it Steve's home if you guys took
It
him?
was. Well, it was. He could have came back here and chilled when he wanted to. Now that's God. Forever.
You would have just brought Steve back and like, here, just chill out. We'll be
Yeah.
back for you in a few
This
days.
is his bachelor pad. His batch lizard pad. And it's God.
Ash lizard pad. Oh, God. All right, plus 5 character. But yeah, I'm gonna say, while this is happening, is anyone doing anything in particular?
I think at this point it'd probably be safe to head back to Ardent. Anyone disagree?
Nope.
No, but I want to make a pit stop at the pterodactyls and drop them off some food before we continue on.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll say as you are doing that, making your way back through the through the area, there will be you can kind of feel the ground rumbling as you can see cracks in the ground. Cracks in the ground kind of forming off in the distance from you. You can kind of see some of the trees indenting inwards as if the ground has actually given way back where you guys were. You will see what looks to be a spout of raw magic that shoots out. That shoots out of the ground, almost like a geyser, before dissipating.
Any chance I can catch that in a canteen and carry it with me?
You guys are a bit too far away at this point. If you're,
Okay.
if you're back where where the Quetzalcoatl was. It will look down out of its nest at you, Artemis. Kind of looking like, what do you want? Yellow.
On mute.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to fight with the controller because I'm not in front of the TV. What was that again?
I was saying, I was like, what? You're at the Quetzalcoatl's nest. It is looking down out of the tree at you.
Oh no, I'm just dropping out food and going.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I just wanted to drop it off some food. And for it and its babies.
Okay.
Me, Tarzan.
Mhm.
Jane.
All right. I'll say you leave the food near the nest. It will make a noise that gives the inclination of some form of thanks.
Yeah. Be back in a few days. Make sure you guys are well fed.
Okay. So, which case you guys make your way I'll say, you guys make your way back to Ardent. Gargolol seems to have gotten on his own mount of sorts and seems to be riding ahead of you guys.
Is he even welcome in Ardent?
He's with the dragon.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I mean,
now.
he's a merchant. I mean, he could. I'll say he's a
But
merchant. He can.
he's responsible for those shoes.
Oh yeah. No, yes and no. Somebody asked the service of him. He completed the service, and he's not a person of ardent yet. Like now he is. So he was well within his ability to do what he did without facing criminal charges.
Yeah.
But now Zach is ours.
I'm gonna say
And he just
I'm gonna
like
say
he did before.
I'm gonna say he's gonna I'm gonna say when people find out what he did, he's gonna be looked at with, significant like disdain for like how could you sell to the demon lord? Is like, don't you know that he's making us suffer? So he's gonna get some flack. It's not illegal, but it's definitely not a good look.
You said
Duly
it was
noted.
illegal once you moved into the city, though, right? Just confirming you're not.
He hasn't said where he was gonna move to.
Oh, so he's going to abandon. Okay, that's fine.
No, he's the mountain. I'll say the mountainside isn't. I'll say the mountain isn't the city. I'll say it's still under the jurisdiction of the city, but he doesn't. I'll say it hasn't been determined where he plans on actually setting up a residency.
I got you.
So he doesn't know if he's going to move into the city. He kind of already knows that it's going to be like hell living in the city. So he's trying to figure out what the best thing to do.
He can come stay at my tavern, of course, for a fee.
Yeah, he's not big on paying money to do anything.
Okay, the offer is there should he decide he wants it.
But yeah, you guys make your way back to the city. The guards still seem to be on high alert. They seem to be looking at the sky. Several of them seem to be looking at the sky, trying to make sure that nothing else is on its way.
Oh, speaking of that, Nimbus, my uncle said he would like to have words with you.
Say why?
Just like a shit eating grin on her face. No.
You do me a solid.
Always. Don't I always?
Okay, so hot might be opening up.
Don't worry. If you do die, I promise to leave your corpse in my room.
Oh, sweet.
I'm not sure if that makes me worry less.
The guards are looking at they vaguely acknowledge you. They're like, hey, normally there's a bit of reverence when you guys come out. It's like, oh hey, it's the heroes and everyone, how y'all doing? They just kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? They're just everybody's just kind of looking at the sky, trying to keep an eye out.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You haven't seen people this. You've never seen people who are manning the wall look this nervous.
I mean, dragon, so it makes sense.
I'm kind of fighting the urge to dragon roar just to play with them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Don't do that. Titan does that and it drives me crazy. Not the Dragon's War, but like he'll randomly bark at people who are afraid of them just to terrify them even. And then I look dumb because I'm like, oh, he's technically he's harmless. And they're like, lies, this dog just barked at me. I'm like, no, I promise. He's a good boy. And
Right.
now Titan wonders why I have to punish him every day.
I'll say, now that you guys are back, is there anything in particular that you are doing?
Uh,
So yeah,
well,
I'm going to give a sealed envelope to Nimbus to give to my uncle. And on the sealed envelope is going to be future husband.
oh, oh,
That's
congratulations.
what giggles. Just for shits and giggles.
I
She's
am
gonna see what happens.
I don't know what's in the envelope. I am lost and really confused. Since, as far as I know, she still has that blacksmith boyfriend.
Artemis, I'll officiate.
Mm. Look, so long as it's just she's playing a prank on you two.
I'll be setting up a cozy little space for my new little friend in my room.
I will help you so you know what lizards need.
I appreciate the help.
With
Also,
wizarding
as you
need.
In Missouri's room.
Nimbus, I'll say for Moonlit Whisper, after you walk through, after you walk through the gate, after you walk through the gate, you will, I'll say, there will be a tap on your shoulder.
They will turn face the tap.
Okay. The tap, I'll say the tap is coming from D.
Oh, hi.
She
I guess the dragon's really got everyone riled. What's going on?
she's gonna be like, what? She was like, well, after I realized that you guys had had everything under control, I came back to town.
Clearly made it back safe. That's great.
Oh yeah,
Anything happened?
because
Anything happened while you're here?
well, a dragon flew in. That was fun.
Yeah.
She was like yeah, I was here when the dragon flew in. That was interesting to watch everyone kind of wig out about that.
Yeah, it must have been exciting.
And she was like watching everybody wig out about the dragon was fun. Then a deal was struck, and she was like deal was struck with the dragon to take to take the mountainside. That was fun.
Okay. I would have maybe thought the interior of the plateau that Arden is on, but you know what? Entire mountain is good.
Yeah. And then they poofed out, and now you guys are back.
Can I insight D to see if there's a butt coming?
Okay.
Unnecessary 20.
Um, um, you, I'm gonna say, so you are aware that I'm gonna say there is no butt. I'm gonna say there is no butt coming, but even I'm gonna say even though she's telling the truth as to what happened, something seems off. Something seems off about the information, even though it's true. You can tell that's true. Something seems off about it.
Hear anything about Jib Jib?
Oh, no, I was too busy. She'll say I was too busy with the dragon to pay attention to Jib Jib. I'm assuming that she's still in her room waiting for you.
Huh?
Or since she's gotten word of a dragon, that might have pulled her out of her little sad bubble, and gotten her to actually go and do. I'm about to say gotten her to actually go out and be social.
I definitely have a few thoughts that should you have that bubble be dealt with and that hopefully.
Okay.
Um so are you sure that nothing else of interest happened during the dragon's visit?
She's gonna be like, well, she's gonna be like, well, things are problem. She'll say, well, between you and me, she'll kind of lean in and kind of whisper. She she was like that. She was like that little. She's gonna be like that little one over there. kind of gesturing at Artemis. Um, um, she was like, things might get a little interesting for your friend, for the little Nimbus guy over there.
Everybody in on this shit but me?
Well, I hear they might be
I'm
getting
trying to
married
figure out
soon.
how she knows.
Not sure how Whisper knows. It was a sealed letter. Nobody's looked at it.
Was it okay? Was it not? Was there not future husband written on the envelope? And was it not done generically while
No,
we were traveling?
it was written in a letter and sealed in the envelope. There's no name on or anything
Okay. Sorry, when you said future husband was written on it, I
No,
I thought that
on the
was on
letter.
top of the on.
no, the letter says future husband. The envelope is blank.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, that was a misinterpretation on my part. Okay. In which case, then, um, I know what I think that means. What do you know that to mean?
That she'll give you a pat on back that your friends are funny.
Okay, maybe not what I was thinking then. Huh.
She'll might say she'll look at you. She'll be like, she was like you're really nice. She was like you're really nice and open minded. I appreciate that.
Usually when someone
I know,
says
Hopper.
that, they're about to test those notions.
Oh, no. She was like, dude, she was like, I'm here having fun. And while I'm having fun, I just want to make sure that everyone is doing their best to be exactly who they're supposed to be. Because if we can't trust each other, then it's going to make it very difficult to accomplish our job.
Everyone should be having fun, and I'm a little surprised that the academy hasn't put us through some trust exercises. But no, I agree. I agree. We all do need to have some faith in one another for this to work, especially the hero.
I might say she'll say art, and she was like, well, depending on your viewpoint, sending you out on life or death missions could be considered a trust mission.
Only if it actually builds trust.
Huh? She was like, well, when your back's up, he was like, well, if your back's up against the wall and you still choose to be a monolith, then then that's something that could probably be addressed for later.
Oh, completely. Yeah, I agree.
It was like, she's gonna say, I don't think there's. She was like, I don't think there's any single one mission that's gonna suddenly make you all trust one another. You know, unless you'd rather just stand in the courtyard doing trust falls to keep hitting the dirt.
Well, I can think of one, but that requires
Alcohol.
that requires drinks, herbs, and usually a campfire. Campfires make things more fun.
Hmm. I say she'll with a smirk and be like, oh, okay. So she was like, so you. It was like, so get everyone drugged up, boozed up, and then have them spill secrets.
Oh, that would certainly be building bonds, then, wouldn't it?
You know what? I'll say that is fair. I'll say you see if you can get. I'll say you see if you can get that arranged and see how many people join in.
I'll put that on my list. I have a few other things I need to get done first.
Okay. Right. Now that everyone is back in town, I'll say now that everyone's back in town, I'm gonna say there will be. I'll say if we're doing. I'll say since we have voted to do the serious mission, I'll say we will have a 3-week time skip.
Okay. First off, terrific amount of time. I appreciate this. I understand that since we're back in Arden, we can actually liquefy gains and split the.
If you wish,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, because I need that money to fulfill deals and tasks. So
All right, so gonna be liquidating loot.
in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. What about the rest of you?
I'm probably just going to be bonding with my friend,
Okay,
getting to
so
learn more about studying up on the Wizard, seeing what that's about.
okay, are you going to go like? Are you studying on your own, or are you going to take them to the librarian to see what you can find out?
I'm taking him to the library.
Okay, cool. I'll say you.
Once you go through everyone else, can you circle back to me?
Absolutely. I kind of figured you were doing numbers and stuff. So checking with that. While you were Missouri is doing that. What about Nimbus? I'll say what about Nimbus and Fenrir, and what about Artemis?
Been married.
Well, apparently I have an appointment, an execution appointment with the uncle, who hopefully will understand that I am just as clueless about this and therefore being pranked as well as he is. And then I have some more training time down in the vault.
Okay.
Who's doing the loot split?
I'm doing that now.
Okay, cool.
I'll say Marcus. I'll say Marcus is going to call you down to the training grounds.
About to get
Let me
such life
just
shonen in your house.
as River. I love you guys.
Okay, so I'm heading to training grounds apparently.
Oh, okay. During this time period, what is River doing during this time period?
3-week time period. Like she said, occasionally going to go check on the pterodactyls, taking them food. If Seth is available, she would want to do some midnight espionage out in the woods, pretty much just remapping the area uh, and going back to the cave to see if there was anything left of the cave. Some time in our secret hideout. I forget what it's called.
I think it's named.
I forgot. Yeah,
Fix that for you.
wherever it was, and then
Was that not accurate?
Oh, you see all those decimals? I'm correct. I have to correct those into actual coinage.
Okay.
sometime with the dragon. Like if I find out what type of food they leave, going out hunting and bringing back their food for them.
All right. All right. Cool. All right. Let me go ahead and I'll say
Other than that, River's scarce again. She's like skipping class. She's like the only time people will run into her is when she comes to collect Seth. If people are around when Seth is there, our when Nimbus goes to our secret hideout.
Okay.
Not even at the tavern.
All right. So for that, I'll say for that point. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Yay. We got it. All right. I'll say to that end, you will no. I'm about to say so for in which case for Moonlit Whisper.
Okay. Since this doesn't entirely require my number crunching, and some I know there's going to be enough value to do this. I Whisper would like to meet up with Jib Jib if she's willing. I know I left a bottle of wine for, for her in her room as a kind of olive branch.
There's your money, folks.
What am I supposed to do with that 0.333333333?
The second, ignore the decimal one with the decimal. It's the second one.
The second one.
It says
Oh,
483.
down here below.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
That's like those decimals were for me, so I could figure out how much to convert to other coins.
I got you.
Because first I had to do the even split, and then I go, okay, that decimal becomes how many of this, how many of that.
That is amazing that it evens out like that. Okay, but yeah, because I do remember setting up a tentative time to talk with her, given given how we had left things.
Okay.
I will also make sure to get those 4 feathers for the agreed upon 700 gold as a part of the discount, provided that I can find gargle mesh.
Gargamel.
All right.
Okay, because yeah, and if it's going to be a few days to get in contact with her, let me know, because that will change what I am bringing with me to them.
All right. I'll say for the first week, she is effectively locked in her room.
Okay. Okay. In which case, for that week, I would like to be creating a couple things. Primarily, I'm going to want to make a jib sized outfit with a cloak. The cloak is going to have the feathers, the dragon's feather scales incorporated into it. These are actually good. This is actually going to be a cloak of many fashions. Perhaps modified by the feathers. I don't know how you want to do that. And the clothing itself is going to be clothes of mending. Given that I don't believe Whisper actually has Jib's precise measurements, he's going to have to eyeball it in terms of fitting.
Okay. Let's say, all right. Roll for eyeballs.
Okay, are you wanting that to just be like a perception or investigation kind of thing?
I would think insight, like kind of intuitive.
Oh, okay, not a problem. Here we go.
Okay. Okay.
You want me to also make a weaving tools roll?
No, you have time. I'm just gonna assume that you do it. I'll say you're in no rush, so.
Cool. But yeah, in that case, I will package um the outfit with me for our talk.
Okay. Cool. All right. In which case, all right. So getting ready for the talk. In which case, I will go ahead. Because that's going to happen after about a week. We'll move on into the library. So moving on into the library with let's see, shift ping. There we go. So moving into the library. The library is mostly empty. I'll say as when you get here, the only person in here is I'll say Rogar, the actual librarian, and you will see someone who's kind of sort of got their back turned to you, but not enough to where you can't recognize them as this person.
Oh, hey!
What's up?
They he'll kind of look at you. You can't hear him, but you'll kind of be able to tell that he's making a bit of a scoffing noise as he goes back to his book.
Want to meet our newest hero friend?
He doesn't seem to be paying attention. I'm gonna say Rogar will walk up. Hello, I'm gonna say, hello, sir. I'm gonna say, how are you doing? Oh, what is that? No
It's
pets
Steve.
allowed in the
Steve is no
library.
pet. Steve is a hero.
A hero, you say? I do not believe we've summoned anything else.
I summon Steve.
I seriously doubt that. But let's take a. Oh, you gave him a silly little hat. That's kind of cute.
This is Steve's own hat. He brought it himself.
Oh, oh, bless your heart, child. He'll kind of kind of reach up to kind of pat you on the head.
Steve is
Oh,
a wizard.
a wizard, you say?
Yep.
What is a wizard?
He is a wizard lizard.
This thing.
Hi.
Oh, so you're telling me that this wizard can perform magic?
He can.
Yes. Okay, well,
And I want to learn as much as I can about that and how me and both Steve can get stronger. We have a
he'll
wifey to impress.
he'll he'll pull out he'll as you were saying that he'll kind of pull out a scroll and seemingly seems to be writing something. Do you know Draconic?
Yes, I do. I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay. He seems to be scribbling something on the scroll about to make sure that the nurse checks on the mental stability of the heroes party.
Yes, Steve. Steve has been through an ordeal. We just saw his home got trashed. He should get some therapy about
Mhm.
that.
That's a shame. As he's just kind of scribbling. He's like, but what can I help you with?
I need more information on my wizard.
Oh, you're serious.
Hey,
Okay. Well, tell me something about your Wizard. He seems kind of uncomfortable even saying the name.
Well, we know that he's attracted to mana, and I wonder if we can increase his ability to do spells so that he can, protect himself better.
Oh. Oh, it's a familiar. Oh, okay. I see. Conjured this creature out of thin air and gave it a little hat. Okay. And you wanted to be
He
able
brought
to
his
use it.
hat, I told you.
You want to be able to use this thing as a focus to
I
cast
want
spells through it.
maybe Steve can cast his own spells. I just want to know.
I highly
I
doubt that.
could help him train.
There's no way something like that can cast spells.
You gotta believe.
Look at its face.
I know, isn't he adorable?
Look at that face. There are
Don't
no
you want?
thoughts in that brain.
There are so many colors in his skin.
Yes,
He's
but
beautiful.
look at those
He's
eyes. There are
beautiful.
no thoughts in there.
There's nothing but wisdom there. It's all wisdom.
I'll say Steve will lick one of his eyeballs.
See? He pointed to the one that has the most. I think it's the left eye that's got the most wisdom.
I'll say he will he will look over and be like, okay. Well then, one moment. I will return.
Really
You'll
appreciative.
kind of hear him mumbling. It's like, these kids going crazy. I knew we shouldn't have gotten them set up for war. This makes them all crazy. He'll come back. Okay. So for your wizard, we shall test their mana capacity. Here.
Okay.
It was like here. Place the wizard, place the little pet thing that you have. And
His name is Steve. He has a name.
Steve, place place Steve on the place Steve on the on this orb. I would say
All
put
right.
his hand on it, but it's too small for that.
Okay, Steve, buddy. Here you go. Show us your stuff.
Okay. All right. So I'll say Steve, once placed on it, the orb will actually react to him. The librarian's face changes from confusion to curiosity to what might be a little bit of fear as he kind of jerks the orb in your direction, kind of flinging Steve off of it back towards you.
Hey, careful, buddy.
I'll say he was like, oh, what sort of creature is that? He's gonna start wandering over. Seems to go wandering over to the A section. I'll say, look, it starts at the A section, starts maneuvering over. He's like, no. Mm. I'll say, going to make his way up the stairs, stairs. Starts checking over here. He's like, okay. Gets a book. He was like, have a seat. This is going to take some time.
Okay.
All right. he will be going through books for roughly about 5 hours.
I would just
Until
be sitting there chatting up Steve, just talking and talking into oblivion, like he's actually understands what I'm saying.
okay. He's going to come back and he will tell you, okay, I have deduced what this thing is.
Steve,
It is an abomination, is what it is.
how dare you insult my friend?
I'm not insulting it. It is exactly what it is.
Abomination.
No, it's an abomination. He's going to hold.
Explain yourself.
He's going to hold up the Book of Abominations, and it will have a. He will have a. It will have a crude drawing of something resembling Steve.
I feel like you drew that just now.
You can see the text on this is fairly old.
Well, isn't he fairly old?
This I'm gonna say this thing is apparently a byproduct. I'll say this thing is apparently a byproduct of. I'll say this thing is a byproduct of a magic experiment gone wrong.
What kind of experiment?
I'll say an ancient experiment that I'll say it is a byproduct of an ancient experiment that that has gone horribly wrong. It has. I'll say it was. For lack of a better term, I'll say arcane scholars who flew too close to the sun. They were they were trying to create, I'll say, in an attempt to create a species, in an attempt to create a species of infinite, I'll say, of infinite arcane potential, resulted in a species that became too powerful to cope with. It is said that the creatures that they created ended up destroying them. Those
Steve's
creatures,
not like that.
must say those creatures were apparently this, according to legend.
Slander. Steve is not like that.
I must say if the texts are true, this thing, he'll point at it. This thing, has, anything that this creature picks up becomes a magical weapon.
Ooh.
It is innately immune. It is innately immune to any spell under. It is innately immune to any third level spell and under, if it's so. Unless it so chooses to be affected by it.
Okay.
And as dangerous as it is, it has the ability to mimic any spell that it is within range of.
Okay, that's very nice. I have the ability to mimic people that I'm in range of. That's
No,
cool.
that is insanely dangerous. That means if anyone uses a high level spell around it, that means it will be able to add it to its repertoire and potentially use it.
But Steve's a hero, so that works to our advantage.
It's too dumb to know what heroics are.
How dare you insult Steve in my presence? I'm gonna leave this place if you insult him one more time.
It's in the book.
Who cares what the book says? Steve's my friend. He's
You
got
do.
a place.
You came here to find out what the book
I wanted
says.
to know information, not slander.
You wanted confirmation bias.
I just wanted to know what Steve is capable of and how we can train him to be better. You've
Absolute
told me
terror is what Steve is
Steve
capable
does
of.
not cause terror. He brings
Not
joy to the
yet.
hearts of the people in his companionship.
And lizard will be the death of you.
Nonsense. Poppycock.
Do not let anyone use high-level magic where this thing can see. For
He
your
already
sake,
saw like this crazy beam from the sky. He's good. He's fine.
he didn't. He was in your coat.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. Well, he was scared of it. He's scared of high level magic.
I'll say, just make sure that make sure that I'll say, if you truly care about this thing, do not, I'll say, try to keep it from any and all high level spells. It can possibly not go that well.
Okay, I'm gonna buy this guy some shade.
Look at this other eye.
That one's getting stronger. Haha.
Um, I'll say he will do the equivalent of showing you its stats. It has an intelligence of 1.
Okay, so
I'll
we gotta
say
read more books. You gotta go to school, Steve.
I'll say has a
Ah,
strength. I'll say strength of 2, dex of 11, constitution of 10, intelligence of 1, charisma of 3,
He does
uh,
have a lot of charisma.
wisdom of 25.
Okay, he's wise. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. So much wisdom in that left eye.
Does have dark vision.
All right, so me and Steve gotta hit the books so we can build up his other stats.
It survives by consuming magic. It doesn't
Oh,
drink. It doesn't eat food. It doesn't drink water.
that's gonna make you the perfect roommate. I don't have to share my snacks.
You are aware that he will tell you that um, it also once per day. Once per day at a random time, it will cast a first level spell.
Okay, well, the suspense is killing me because I haven't seen it what he's gonna do today.
Yeah. So it will cast a random spell at once per day, first level or lower that it has in its repertoire.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note to keep a Steve diary and mark when I see the spell, if I see the spell.
Okay. But that is what you get with the with the Wizlert.
I'm super excited. I kind of like swing him around like we're playing in a field, and then I just run out and we go back to our room.
All right. To the training grounds. All right. All right. For Nimbus, I assume you arrived to the training grounds with note in hand.
yeah, per instruction, yeah.
Okay. He seems to be looking at you a little confused. Like, he was like, oh, okay. I was told that you had something for me.
And I was told you wanted to talk to me, so I smell a rat, but I was told to hand you this. Pass him the envelope.
Oh, okay. He'll take the envelope, look at it, read it, look at you, kind of quirk an eyebrow.
Oh, now
He's
that we're
going to
equally confused, I imagine.
I'll say he's going to open the letter. River, what does I'll say? River, what does this say?
It's as I said. It says, "Here's future husband."
That's it?
That's all the letter actually says.
Yep.
He's going to look at it, look at you, and turn the letter to you. He's going to, as politely as he can say without seeming insulting. I'm assuming this is a joke.
Given that we were both told to come here, indicating that we were supposed to talk to the other one, and both of us had, are confused about why we're here. Yeah.
He's gonna say, and you have no sort of inclinations, or you have no sort of inclinations towards her.
What sort of inclinations? What?
The kind that would make you a future husband.
I mean,
You're taking too long.
Draws blade.
Even if I did, she's currently taken and made it pretty clear years ago she wanted nothing to do with me.
Lies.
Revisionist history is what that is.
No, that is explicitly what you wrote in the bio. You told him to get the fuck out of town.
I'll say he's going to look. He was like, I suppose that's fair. All right. He'll take the letter. He was like, do you want to keep this as a keepsake?
I don't even know what it says. So
he turned it around to point it to you so you could see that it implies that you said that it says this is my this is my future husband.
If you mean by keepsake, you mean evidence that I can wave in her face and go, "What the hell?"
Okay. He will somehow kind of flick the paper as it floats through the air and will land. Will angle itself towards you and grab it out of midair. He will look at you and say, he will say, for what it's worth, he was like, for what it's worth, I am thankful. He was like, I am thankful for the diligence that you're putting forward in trying to keep her safe.
Even if she wants nothing to do with me, I made a promise. A knight's word is her bond.
Good. As soon as I say he'll say, and one of these he'll walk by, put his hand on your shoulder. He was like, and one of these days we'll figure out exactly what it is that you worship and how you plan on going about doing fulfilling that role.
Sorry, Tristan question. What it is I worship and what to do? Do we not? Is the moon god thing that
it's a joke at you being like it was like I'm a paladin. It was like I'm a paladin. I beat the shit out of people, but all the religion stuff kind of skips me.
Yeah.
It's a dig at you being a paladin who doesn't go to church. Like it's like I'm the type of paladin who worships at home. I have a Bible. I read it on occasion. Because I read it on occasion, I get plus 2d6 to smite you. But he'll tell you, he's like you keep doing your best, keep sacrificing your life. He'll reach in his pocket, toss back like a rather freshly jerkied um, piece of beef towards Fenrir, which Fenrir will open his mouth, catch it, while somehow still having the pipe kind of floating in midair, and seems to be chewing on it with one part of his mouth, and still got the pipe in the other half. He'll tell you he'll tell you make sure you keep training. He was like I have a bad feeling something's going to be on something's going to be coming through.
Always?
He'll say, well, yes. He was like, thankfully we have a bunch of teenagers with attitude around here. I'll say, in which case, River, what is it that you are doing again? You said you were doing recon.
Yeah, so during midnight, I'm doing recon. During the day, I'm taking food to the pterodactyls and the dragons. If the dragons want food, if they say they don't want food, I'll just occasionally swing by to like have a small chit chat, and then hanging out in our secret vault. But and remaining as scarce as possible.
Okay. The dragons for this 3-week time period do not seem to be interested in having company.
No, I'm just dropping food and leaving. I'm not like I'm just making sure they're being fed.
They I'll say I'll say roughly around I'll say roughly about 100 meters from the edge, from like the base of the mountain, is where you can kind of feel like this oppressive aura that kind of feels like um what day do you go there? How many days into the 3-week period do you go?
Um, uh, like weeks. I'll probably go like a total of 7 days. Not
No,
all consecutive, like not all
I mean,
consecutive.
what's the first day that you go? How long into the period before you make your first attempt to get over there?
After first week, yeah, we'll go after the first.
Okay. Um.
That way they could have time to like acclimate.
Okay. After the first week, um, has anyone I'm gonna say you've kind of been hearing over this time period. You've kind of been hearing um you can tell the dragons are in the mountains because you can kind of hear occasionally a roar, and you can actually hear like you can kind of it almost sounds as if the mountain is being it's like the sound of it, you can hear something that sounds like the like earth being shaped and um
I mean, said that's what she was going to be doing, so
yeah
it's her
um I'll say
money.
by the end of the first week, um anyone who is looking closely at the mountainside can see what looks to be kind of pinkish, like pinkish lavender looking crystal starting to form on the outside of the mountain.
Okay.
Um, when you go there, when you start making your way towards there, um, you will notice, almost like I said, roughly about 100 meters out from the base of the mountain, you will notice that the plant life, I'll say almost as if someone cut the lawn in like this perfect like line. You will see that the plant life on the other side of this area seems to, I'll say, some of the plants and everything seem to kind of have crystals growing out of them.
Huh. Um, by way of note, since River is currently being incognito, I will notify the teacher.
Okay. The teachers will, I'll say, upon notifying them, they'll let you know that that is generally a side effect of the dragon making, basically terraforming the area into their new lair. It is a side effect of the dragon's presence.
Oh no, I figured that much, but I was just letting them know that it was happening. So, like,
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. If they look out the window, they can see the side of the mountain starting to change shape.
Oh, got you.
um. Okay. You leave. I'm gonna say you leave food outside of the area for the dragons. Um. When you come back, the food is gone. You're not certain who took it or if they
Sorry
even
about it.
took it, but the food's not there.
Yeah.
Um.
I'm also not swinging by the tavern. I'm gonna sleep in our hideout.
Okay.
Or I'm out with Seth. We're gonna sleep out in nature.
Okay. Seth. I'll say Seth will go with you. Um. I'll say Seth will go with you. He's a little. I'll say a little. I'll say a little curious as to like um the sudden desire to hang, but he does.
And
I'll
his
say he,
abilities are nifty. I
yeah.
have no qualms. I'll let him know. Your ability is really cool. Like, I think it's fascinating.
Okay.
Also, it makes me doing what I'm doing a hell of a lot easier.
Right. He feels. I'll say being told that he seemingly kind of he eases up a bit. He's like, oh, okay. so,
What?
so
What
he fit.
think I needed you for?
No, he's very suspicious of people. So he's like, oh, why does someone want to hang around me? There's got to be some sort of ulterior motive. So
What alternative motives of that I like your ability and I'm using you for your ability.
yeah, and he feels better about that because he's like, oh, okay, you're just using me. I feel better about that.
But don't say it in that tone. It just it seems a little bit weird when you say it like that.
it He'll be like, it sounds like what it is. Need me to do something for you?
I mean, it
Uh,
makes me look kind of it makes me look kind of bad. So
he was like it's not a bad thing. He was like he was like he was like if we're going to be engaging in he was like we're going to be engaging in combat with one another. It he'll kind of make a bit of a face. He was like, you probably should know what I'm capable of so that if worse comes to worse, you're not, I must say, you can know what I can actually accomplish, and I can be aware of what you can do as well.
right?
Seems like an easy trait. He'll be like, so, I guess while you're doing like your late night stuff, he's gonna be like, are there any special talents or tricks that you're capable of? I don't know. I don't exactly know your repertoire of abilities besides, magic.
Um, River has like a small flashback. She like stares off into space. and then tunes back in and be like, nope. Yes.
So a fireball and
No.
lightning, that's all you do?
You know
Con
what? Can you keep a secret?
must um he'll be like, sure.
I mean it. If anybody finds out about this, I will have to kill you.
He's going to he was like, one moment. You're going to see him put his hands together. Looks as if he's going into some sort of trance. About 15-20 seconds later, he will open his eyes and he's going to say, yes, I'm going to say yes. You can tell me a secret.
Um, I feel a little uncomfortable now that you did that.
I was making sure that no one was within 100 meters of us.
Oh, cool. Bet. I'm gonna pop my claws and my fangs and pretty much transform.
I'll say he's going to kind of quirk an eyebrow. He's like, oh. He was like, oh, well, that's very beautiful.
Don't say that to me.
Yeah, I'm about to say
Look, she's genuinely insulted that he said that to her.
I'm about to say no. He's gonna like, I'm not saying that you're beautiful. I'm just saying, I'm about to say the claws and everything. That's
Yeah,
very...
don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry, you're garish and ugly, and I wish I never saw it.
Thank you. That makes me feel good.
I'm about to say, you'll see this look on his face, like you've seen it enough. I'm about to say you've seen it enough where it's kind of the look of like, I was not prepared. I was not prepared properly to deal with this sort of to deal with this sort of craziness. But he's like, okay, well, I guess that's not that. He's gonna be like, looking at you will say, would you be insulted if I said that that doesn't seem like that much of a secret?
Explain how it's not.
You can transform into something. I mean, you're not the only shape changer in this group.
No, I don't. She like goes to say something and then stops herself and be like, "Yes, you are correct." Like she's not even gonna bother to correct him. It's like,
He's gonna kind of look at you a bit. Are you trying? I must say, so you're actively trying. Can you make a con roll real quick?
deception, you mean?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, you messaged me. Okay. Certainly. I put my date. Oh. Yeah, damn.
He's gonna look at you and nod and was like, I'll say, he's like, he was like, I'll say, he was like, yeah, that's just kind of, he was like, yeah. Hey, I'll say he nods and it's like, yeah, he was like, I assume, he was like, Missouri, Missouri shape changes as well. And, he'll kind of pause for a moment. Minerva has her has her issue. So I think she could he was like, I think that she would actually probably be someone that you could talk to, but if I'm the only person that you plan on telling your secret to,
No,
then
there are other people who know.
okay. Well,
He's definitely
it,
lying, by the way. I mean, there
yeah,
is technically like her uncle knows, but you know.
yeah. I'll say he's gonna be like, is that some sort of, is that like an uncontrollable thing, or is it like
Sometimes.
a, is it like a beast that takes over inside of you?
Sometimes.
Hmm. I'll say he's gonna be like, you and Minerva might actually understand each other a little bit. She has like a wolf demon inside of her that she struggles to control.
Kind of sort of a little bit more than that.
I'm pretty sure it's always. I say it's always a little more. I'll say he was like, it's always a little more. Everybody's got their demons inside of them. Some of them apparently have claws and horns and fangs, and they look like you. So
Mm.
he was like, your demons have claws and teeth, and my demons, stab people when they're not looking.
Mm.
So win-win.
Win-win.
But yeah, he's gonna be like, don't. He was like, don't worry. He was like, he was like, if that's all your secret is, it's safe with me. Um, he, but yeah, while hanging with Seth, you will basically find out that most of his abilities are based around him doing infiltration. He is the equivalent of an Earth ninja.
Konta no Jutsu.
Mm.
But yeah, that is the equivalent of his ability. He is very good at infiltration. I'll say very good at infiltration, maneuvering. I'll say maneuvering through several different things, unseen, camouflage. He is that type of thing. I'll say he is the lock picking type. He is the lock picking, stealthing, stabbing people type of thief. The only thing that he's not really good at thieving is he's not really that interested in stealing things. So technically he's more of a ninja.
Mm.
So as opposed to he was like, hey, I'll break into a place, but I don't really have any intention of stealing anything. Um, being near the dragon's lair whenever you go there and you ask him to come along, he is a
Oh, I don't
little
ask him when I go to the dragon thing. I'm just asking him to help me map the whatchamacallit. That's it.
okay.
So we have a more updated, you know, whatchamacallit.
Okay. I must say, I must say, if you are kind of stealthing around, I will need a. I'll say I will need a.
Health roll?
I'll say, are you? I'll say, are you searching for stuff, or are you just kind of moving
Just
around
mapping the yeah, I'm just mapping the area. Just
outside of
like
town?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Never mind. Then I'll need a roll.
See,
Yep.
since the town nearest us got attacked,
Okay. I'll say if you're just mapping outside the city, then I'll need a roll.
yeah, I'm just mapping
Because
outside the
yeah.
city.
Okay, then yeah, you wouldn't have noticed this. Okay.
Was this in the city? Is there something
Yes.
going on?
Some in the
'Cause
city, but if you're mapping the outside of the city, then this isn't something that you notice.
part of me feels like I should be terrible.
um, for Moonlit Whisper. After a week has passed, you will, and I'll say after time has passed, you will come across Jib Jib in the I'll say in the classroom.
Hey,
I'll say after you had gone to her room, you will notice that she is not there. I'll say not too surprising. I'll say not too surprising. She seems to be in class 2 hours early, just kind of staring forward. Let's see, let me pull up some proper music for this.
Lynn,
Let's see if Moonlit Whisper does something stupid.
Lenara,
hey, Jib Jib.
there a reason why my son in there
I'll
crying?
say she will say I'll say not exactly fully looking at you, but she was like, friend Moonlit Whisper, it is nice to see you. Are you here? I'll say, are you here with the eagerness of wish to study?
In part, um, I was hoping to find you before laziness hit everyone. Um,
Yes, I've been told that there is a dragon that has decided to nest. The city is in an uproar. Very exciting.
well, I'm sure that people get used to the grandeur of a dragon being around. But what I was wanting to know is if you gave any thought to what we talked about in your room about a week ago. If you're still interested getting together somewhere and maybe having a chat or two.
I'll say Jib Jib would be quiet, just kind of continue staring forward, not looking at you. Jib Jib likes honey cakes. And like with a like very flat face that you can tell that she's trying to hold.
Whisper will uh well I'll keep that in mind.
You will, because that's where we're going. Get honey cake. I would like 5. I would also like to go play games.
What kind of games should you have in mind?
I'll say she's gonna kind of side eye out. She's gonna kind of look at you out the side of her eye. Is she's gonna say ring toss.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
I'll say she would say I would also I would also like a meat kebab.
Is what she's listing off pretty much everything that
Yes.
that was okay.
She was listing everything that she saw you doing with D at the at the carnival. And you can kind of hear a bit of snark in her voice when she's saying it.
I'm sure I'll be able to organize all that, and he'll um he'll lean down a little bit as if the walls had ears, and say probably a few things extra too.
She You swear you see steam come out of the side of her head. As the desk, I'm about to say, as like you'll see like some of the like several of the papers and books just go flying off the desk, and she's like, it kind of makes a noise. She will say, um, she'll kind of try to compose herself. Well, that waits. I'll say that waits to be seen. If you can, I'll say if you can make, I'll say if you can make drink, if you can make drink better than drink that you have made since last time you made drink.
Oh, you were still kind of be thinking. Ooh, okay, some of that was kind of luck. It's apparently was a particularly high roll. Like, okay.
I'll say I've been told by people who say that they saw you make a drink at the festival, who were paying very close attention. That absolutely wasn't me, but they saw that you made a very good drink and reported back. I would like something of equal or better quality.
Well, people have been spying on me. Maybe I need to keep my ears a bit more perked. But I'll be
She'll
sure
she'll
to suitably impress.
she'll be like, yes, yes, you should pay attention to people who are around you. She, she kind of says that very pointedly at you. And she'll kind of like look down at the book, and she was like, and maybe certain people should make themselves more visible.
It's much easier to talk to a visible person.
You'll kind of, I'll say there'll be like a light flutter of the papers again, but not as much as the previous embarrassment. I suppose if people are, I'll say if people are around, people can get better treatment. These are good lessons. She was like, these are good lessons. I am happy for the school. Teaches me many things besides throwing spells at bad people.
Well, ideally, school is meant to teach all kinds of life lessons. Admittedly, the school I went to was a bit theatric, to say the least. This place is much more stable by comparison.
Hmm. If this is what you call stable, life must be very hectic for you.
That's um that's a conversation for another time. Maybe after we see how later goes.
Yes, after several honey cakes and amazing drinks.
Hmm.
I'll say, she will say, she was like, but for now, I'll say class, I'll say I'll say I must prepare for class. I only have, she'll like kind of look at what passes for what passes for a clock. I only have an hour and I only have an hour and 55 minutes to get ready for class, and she'll kind of like fiddle around with like a book. Like, I need to refocus myself since I am currently out of sorts.
It looks like he's about to say something, and then stops himself. Oh, I'll just be over here, sitting over here. You take a seat over here, studying. If you want some pointers.
All right. I'll say, as you two sit in significantly less awkward silence now. Say, I'll say this time period will. I'll say the rest of the time period will pass unless you all are doing something specifically.
Just training time down in the magic bunker of bonuses.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I whisper. You want me to actually like roll to see if I actually make things better than before?
You can if you want.
Well, if it's not going to affect anything, then I'm not going to risk the whims of roll 20.
I'm gonna say it. I will. I'm gonna say since you are prepping. I will give it to you at advantage.
Okay.
I'll say you are prepping, and if you want to, I'm gonna say, do you want assistance with this?
Oh, you mean like D or someone assisting me off to the side?
Anyone assisting you?
Given the nature of the nature and potentials for what and why he is doing this, no, it's just gonna be him.
Oh, okay.
Skill modifiers.
Right.
Hopefully that will stack correctly.
I'll say. Otherwise, I'm gonna say the only two people who would have been able to provide some semblance of assistance would have been Frabix or. Oh wow. Okay.
I think that beats it.
Yeah. No, that's what I was about to say. Awesome. Okay, you are able to pull this off. Surprisingly. I'll say with a little bit of extra effort, you are able to manage you're able to manage what is going on with that and create actually outdo yourself.
Excellent. With that, I imagine being the highlight of things. By the end, provided that there's been no in mouth, as a as an additional apology for Whisper not being as aware as he really should have been, he will then present the package of clothing to her.
Okay.
Which, with her arcane knowledge, I'm pretty sure she can figure out what these actually are.
Yeah. The coldness that she was actively trying to hold on to completely faltered. She I'm about to say originally she was like, well, I'm about to say she's been kind of doing the whole like, well, yeah, that's kind of impressive, I suppose. But now she's like, when she sees that, she's like, oh my god, and she and she starts bouncing around. Is that what I think? Oh my, oh my god.
She's freaking you into hopping around.
But yeah, I'm gonna say she will put on the cloak, and she was like, "Oh my god, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." She will like jump, I'll say jump and wrap her arms around your neck and just kind of like dangle there. It's like, "Thank you so much, thank you." And then like halfway through saying that, you can kind of feel the embarrassment coming off her as she just lets go And Falls, she was like, "You got my measurements right. Thank you very much."
Of course, I'm a professional.
That you are. I must say, I'm very pleased for your keen fashion sense. I'll say, Jib Jib will be. I'll say, Jib Jib, a fairly happy Jib Jib.
He will offer to have lunches off and on with her throughout the rest of the time pass. While he pretty much figures, because I believe he figured out the fact that he does know Jib Jib's feelings given Lady D and okay.
Yeah.
In which case, over the lunches, unless there's something that interrupts them, he's not going to necessarily be pushing for her to open up about it, but he'll be wanting to leave the openings for her to do so. Mainly with him, like occasionally mentioning things about his background, or shop talk about spells and such.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Which case?
Okay, aside from the lunches, he'll be spending the rest of the time crafting under the tireless spell.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. I think I've used up enough screen time from folks.
All right. And for Nimbus, as you descend into the cave, you will be greeted by your friend.
Sheila.
As it looks at you, eagerly, wondering if you have any more food.
Imagine, given the situation, that he would have probably brought brought a kill or something for it, because placating the giant spider seems to be something you have to do to get in here.
Well, it's just kind of become like accustomed. Like I'll say it'll let you buy without it. It's just
I
like,
understand it'll let me in without it, but tipping the doorman on the way in is still.
It will. I'll say it will happily. It will happily accept the gift. In return, since I would assume you've been doing this since it's been going on. Let's see. Right. Okay.
Yep.
It will hand you a bundle of silk that when you get it, it it definitely feels very sturdy. It feels like very thin. Very thin, very feels like very thin, very fine, but it almost comes off like 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 carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber.
Those wonderful carbon nanotubes. What were the bane of your existence?
I know, carbon nanotubes, son.
All right. As you, I'm assuming you enter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to go use the hyperbolic, time chamber or whatever the heck that training room was called.
Okay. As you are entering,
Salutations, Nimbus. Salutations.
You.
I take it you like my letter.
Seth, I'll say Seth will just kind of be sitting there and he's like, "Hey, bro."
I'm just lucky, that you're very good at sabotaging your own shenanigans.
Oh, you guys didn't buy it.
Well, you both told us the other wanted to see the other, and then so we both arrived confused. So it kind of undermined the letter. Yeah.
Ah, that just means next time I have to try a little harder. I will do that.
You are definitely sending mixed signals.
I don't know what mixed signals you were talking about.
Well, you push it like this, but you got your blacksmith.
She looks a little confused for a second, and then she's like, "Oh, yeah."
There's also the whole telling me to piss off and never come back thing.
That was a traumatic period. You can't blame me for that.
Will feel the floor shift between you as this thing comes almost like earth walking the ground.
Thunder has arrived.
I think that's new, isn't it?
No, it's
no, it was there. Yeah,
it's the golem.
I've dubbed him JoJo.
I'll say it is. I'll say is a golem. Is yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll say looking at you. I'll say looking at all of you. Let's see languages. Okay. It will look at. I'll say it will look at you. Making a bit. I'll say pointing at you. I'll say pointing at Nimbus. Will point at River. And will point at Seth. And then take a moment and then look back and point at Finver.
Picking dodgeball teams?
No, it will. It will hold up its glaive and slam the blade down into the ground as each of the doorways shut.
It's training
time. It will take its glaive. And I'll say it will take its glaive, take a fighting posture, as if it is waiting for you to pull out your weapons.
I will definitely pull out my weapon. I'm excited.
We'll pull out the big fuck off sword.
Okay. Seth's gonna look. He's like, what's going on?
It's training
I think
time.
the golem just challenged us to a Shaolin showdown.
What? Okay, I get you guys, but why me?
Because you're here?
Say proximity.
He's gonna look at River. He's like, why did you bring me if you knew I'd fight a golem? Nobody told me we were fighting a golem.
I told you I was using you for XYZ, and I was done when we were done. You stayed.
You said we were coming here.
Using him for XYZ. Oh my. Apparently I'm not the only one you're leading on.
I was coming here.
I was like, you told me that we were going to the thing, that we were coming to the base.
This is the base.
Yeah, this is the base. And I'll say, if this is the base, why is your golem trying to kill us?
Training purpose.
It kills you for training?
I mean, death is just another adventure.
Oh, the fuck it is. I'm already on it. He's like, I'm already on an adventure.
Are you though?
Yes, I got dragged here. I was at home, and this is the adventure. I'm not trying to go on another adventure from the adventure.
I think somebody's cranky. He didn't get his nap today.
I'm about to take a dirt nap if this thing hits me with that fucking fuck,
Well,
that giant fuck off cleaver.
I guess it's in your best interest not to get hit.
I'll say he's gonna look over at Nimbus. Take one for the team, right?
He will do no such thing.
He looks durable.
I take plenty for the team. That's literally my job.
See, he understands.
Have you not seen how I'm usually near death every time we go into battle?
Look, you're not helping him here.
See, I'll say I
Well,
appreciate him.
in his defense, it's usually your fault because I end up soaking half your damage.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Speaking of, boop.
I'll say as the Cobalt Golem has decided that this is, I'll say this will be your training for today, which originally was just supposed to be Nimbus, but now it's all four of you
Da-da-da.
because
Well,
the
this is the
golem
only
had the idea. The golem had the idea. It was like, oh yeah, Nimbus is going to come here. I know he's going to be here, and when he does, I'm going to fight him. But he's like, oh, your friends are here. All right, sweet. I don't have to. It was like I don't have to hold back as much. It's going to start wailing on all of you. So
I thought this was a safe place.
it's safe. It's not gonna. I'm about to say worst case scenario. He's not gonna kill you.
That's fair.
Oh, as you are having this fight, I'm about to say as you are having this fight, I'm about to say you will run into a couple of I'll say you will have to be a bit I'll say for Artemis, you will have to do things a bit differently. The golem during the fight, you will come to realize is immune to fire and lightning.
I have more than fire and lightning spells. Thank you very much.
He is also immune to psychic.
I don't have any psychic.
Okay.
You're confusing her for Dylan. That Dylan's the one who had that handicap.
I'm so used to her. I'm so used to her having fire and lightning all.
Oh no! Due to the classes she picked, she has limitations, so she wasn't able to get as deeply entrenched in a niche like that.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I do have lightning bolt and fireball.
Well, yes, but I mean, it's not the only thing you have. You do have access to other shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dylan has access to other stuff too. It's just I spam those.
Well, yes, but when we ran into something that was immune to both, you're like, I'm fucked. I can't do anything. That's all I've got. So.
Okay. There are a couple of things that you would be running into with this golem. So, like I said, it is immune to fire, lightning, poison, psychic, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from any non-magical weapons.
Okay, my weapon is good.
Cannot be charmed, cannot be exhausted, cannot be frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, or knocked prone.
I don't have any of those.
Okay, cool. If you if you are wearing any sort of metal, you are automatically pulled within 5 feet of him. You cannot leave that range.
I think I'm wearing leather.
I'm about to say if any of your weapons are, I'm about to say, yeah, if any of your weapons are metal, I'm about to say it has a magnetic ability. So if you are wearing anything metal, you would have to make a strength check of 25 in order to be able to escape 5 feet of it. So this is a basically up close combat issue. If any of you have any sort of weapons that are made out of any sort of metal.
You see, it thinks it's forcing me to be up close with it, but it's forcing me to be up close. I'm melee focused, you son of a bitch.
Good. So is it.
No lightning. Fire, you say. Oh, do I have careful spell? Let's double check. I think I should. I do. I got careful spell.
All right.
Don't worry, you guys are safe with me.
All right. But Masay, no, we're not gonna Masay, we're not going to do this. We're not actually going to be doing this battle. I'm just letting you know that these are sort of issues that you're going to be running across.
Not an issue for
with
me.
Masay, with this particular training, Masay, with this particular training, what you will come into is the Masay, for this next adventure. The first attack that you make every round is done at advantage.
First attack you make every. Oh, okay. I got you. I follow.
I'll say for the entirety of this next mission that you guys are going into, I'll say any roles that any roles that Seth, Artemis, Nimbus, or Fenrir make. The first round of each combat is done at advantage.
Got you. Speaking of advantage, after training, River would have had set you up a bedroll and stuff. As she does not plan on going back.
Then, like, ever, or just for the time skip?
Just for the time skip.
Okay.
She does not spend any time in the city.
All right. Cool.
Sorry, go on.
So as you are staying there and getting accustomed, this spider will pretty much be kind of walking around most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here before, so the spider doesn't scare me.
You know, sometimes people. There's a couple of times in your sleep where you can kind of feel it hovering around you, almost as if it's waiting to see if you stop breathing at some point.
I eat you, damn it, you're still breathing. I'm gonna eat you now, damn it, you're still breathing.
I'm a little worried about that, but it's like a snake, but only not.
Yeah, it kind of hovers around. You'll notice, I must say, only because you can kind of hear it like dripping mouth fluid near you. It'll probably it normally hangs around for about 10-15 minutes in the middle of the night to see if you're still breathing. And when it notices that you're still breathing, you swear that it seems disappointed.
It probably definitely does.
And it will go back out and just kind of go perusing like the passageways of the waterways for food. Or probably crawl back out into the forest, go look for food. Okay. At the
Can I take the spider hunting with me sometime?
You can go on a hunt and it will follow you.
Good enough.
So at the end of I'll say I will be ending it here, but at the end of roughly around 6 in the morning, what would people be doing?
6 in the morning, probably getting ready to get out of bed.
Depends on how close Whisper and Jib Jib have gotten.
Okay. Jib Jib kind of still being, I'm gonna say appreciative of everything that you've done. Still kind of bashful and shy. So I'm gonna say appreciative, still taking things slow.
I find in that case, would still be up finishing up the things that he has been working on.
Okay. I'll say.
I'll be clutching my pillow tightly.
Okay.
I'm probably still at the training grounds.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
clearly we're at the training ground still.
Yeah, probably would have gotten up to train.
Okay. Both of you, considering where you are, you will feel this first. You will the atmosphere of the place that you're in. For lack of a better term, you can feel the mana in this place flicker.
That's not good.
I'll say almost like the lights kind of flicker in a house. There will be a flickering followed by a rumbling as you can hear something above ground, kind of like as this loud air vibration seems to be passing overhead. It's roughly about 10 seconds of this noise before it passes by.
Did Seth go back to bed? I mean, go back to town?
Yeah, he went back to town. If you don't need him, he's like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing this. If you allow, he would send Minerva here because Minerva loves to fight. She's been
No,
looking for a fight.
no.
All kinds of issues with the other people.
She can stay where she's at. We don't need her. We're fine. Thanks, though.
You know Minerva's not Lady D, right?
Hmm?
You know Minerva is not Lady D, right?
Yeah, but I can't trust any of the heroes at this point.
Okay. Darth was like, she's more naturey than me. Fuck her. She goes over there.
I'll say so. Yeah, it's technically just the three of you. As that happened, for the people in the city, for anyone who is in the city, I'm gonna say, you said Missouri, you're awake already.
No, I'm clutching my pillow. I
Okay.
am a late sleeper, late bloomer.
Okay. Anyone who I'll say, okay, you're asleep. In which case, you will be woken up by this. And I'll say, and are you near? I'll say, for Moonlit Whisper, are you near a window?
I would probably be doing my work in the workshop of my place, so yes.
Okay. In which case, you will see in the darkness of the morning, we'll see a bright green light in the distance.
Oh. Ah.
As it seems to be getting larger and closer as it is cutting a path through the forest, obliterating tree and heading straight for Arden.
No.
This huge beam of concentrated mana slams into force field surrounding Arden.
I mean, it'll work.
As as the barrier surrounding Arden shatters. I'm gonna say the entire city rocks. And needless to say, Missouri, you are awakened as your bed. I'm gonna say the shock wave is enough to almost flip your bed.
I'm very disoriented, and I'm also calling for Steve, making sure Steve's okay. Buddy, did you feel that?
It,
Stay
And
close
Steve's
by
gonna come
me,
in
friend.
clutch.
You might be ready to go into action sometime soon.
okay. You guys, even though Nimbus and Artemis are in this area, you can hear the sound of whatever it was striking whatever it hit.
Those.
On the clock.
Um, as you guys make your way up out of the hole, as your guys make your way up out of the hole, the landscape, that you see, um, the land has been cleaved. I'll say the land has been cleaved. A a trench. I'll say a trench roughly about 200 meters across has carved its way through the forest. Um, I must say, carved its way through the forest, seemingly going so far out into the distance that you can't even see its point of origin, and has made a complete line towards Ardent. The shimmering sphere that you saw that used to encompass the city, um, you can see kind of dissipating into magical dust as it has been as the massive hole that was smashed into the barrier. You can see what's left of the barrier just kind of crumbling and disintegrating. You can hear you can hear the sounds of the bells coming from the town of Arden as they are preparing for an emergency. Whatever just happened obviously must be retaliation from the Demon Lord's army.
Ender again.
And with that, we will end the session.
200 meters wide. Holy fuck. Also,
You saw it happen, so yeah. Basically giant mana beam shot at the Capitol.
but you can't do that again. During the time pass, by the way,
Mhm.
Whisper would need to make do stealth rolls as
Is it that time?
it's every 7 days.
Oh, that's fair.
The
Some blood in a baggie.
okay. As long as there is available vitae, then it should be fine. But So it sounds like that I might not have to.
If I'm allowed, I'd have left you some blood and some baggies.
The system doesn't actually define whether I can use blood bags or not. So that is a GM question
So whether you can.
of whether going to the blood bank, quote unquote, works or not.
Suppose that is a good question. So I would need to read your sheet real quick. Da, 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 da. All right.
Here, I will expand the flaw for you.
Okay. Distance immunities, notes, ability. Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Then once we're all gonna die.
Because when you were like, I don't come back at all. I'm like, I thought, oh.
Yeah, I mean, she would have left, but if she had, remembering, she'd have been like, "Oh, let me leave him some blood. Maybe this is good enough."
Because like he might have some, some moral issues.
Don't worry, I believe in him.
If that's unavailable, he can act like a son of a bitch because he's an actor. Doesn't mean he is one.
Mm.
Okay. How long are you going? I'll say, how long are you going with with just the bags?
Oh hell! If it'll have to be throughout the time skip. If those run out or are not useful, he will have to resort to other options.
Okay. The Okay. Cool. So, considering what you are dealing with, I will say that, and I'll say anything. I'll say anything other. I'll say anything other than a humanoid. I'll say anything other than a humanoid. Will I'll say, for since you're only inconvenienced for about 3 weeks, I will say that I'll say, based on what I just read and the way it sounds, because you will feel an intense dissatisfaction unless you can find a natural way to feed. I'll say unnatural. I'll say feeding in an unnatural way is not as satisfying. I'll say that I'll say this you've been I'll say you can satiate it, but it doesn't feel right. Something about it doesn't feel right.
Okay.
So it's like you ate a meal, and yeah, it was filling, but but it's like eating food at it's effectively like eating food at a restaurant you don't really like.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like you
Okay.
didn't want to go there, and you seemingly have to keep eating at this place you don't really like. Yeah, it's food. Yeah, you're full, but you're kind of starting to hate it. um, how long would you go? How long would you allow yourself to do that?
Feel like I'd want to make some. That unfortunately is wisdom is shitty. How does would a difficulty of 13 sound fair to you?
How many? I must say, 13 for week 1, 15 for week 2, 17 for week 3.
Ignore the advantage. Okay. 14 for week 1.
I must say 13. I must say 13, 15, 17.
Well, fail and okay. So he gives in for the middle week. In that case, then, damn. I will have to pull a World of Darkness here.
Ready to eat Jib Jib?
No, Jib and I have not reached that level in our relationship, as I understand it. However, I will have to stealth over to the canonically existing Ardent Brothel because and see if I can sub in for one of the staff and find someone that has a biting kink. As he really is trying not to be a bad guy, he's afraid of it because he was really close to frenzying one time. Not like it.
Okay. If you end up giving in on week 2, you don't need a roll. You don't need a roll for week.
Okay. Do I still need to make a stealth roll? Because his intent is not to be, quite frankly, not to be seen by Jib Jib, but really anyone because word gets around and he knows it.
Considering, yes, you do need a stealth roll.
Oh man. You see, you don't talk about the need for hemoglobin on the first 3 dates. That's more like a date 8 thing. So a bitch. Wait, I'm gonna flash a genius to add a plus 4.
Okay. So total of 16. All right. That turns into 16.
Yeah, that's probably enough for regular folk, but no one with a name or maybe a guard.
All right, cool. You don't see anyone following you.
Okay. Do I have invisibility? No. I do have Alter Self, though. Yeah, I should have said that ahead of time. Whoops. Well, you know, he failed a low roll anyway, so he's probably not thinking straight.
You said what now?
I'll bail you out.
Okay, because I was saying it's like, man, I should have said Alter Self ahead of time, but I didn't. So I'm chalking that up to him not thinking completely straight.
All right. You are Mase. You feel pretty confident in your stealthing as you are making your way there. At least the people who you see on the street don't seem to be paying attention to you, or they either aren't paying attention to you, you're blending in very well, or you're just so good that they don't even see you.
No, he is a little. He can't have bouts of being overconfident, so no, he could totally think that.
Right. But yeah. Based on what you're seeing, no one on the street seems to notice you, or if they do notice you, you're not acting in a way that actually is drawing their attention. So you are able to make it to the brothel. Not, I must say, it's not that difficult to find someone who's willing to indulge in that. And I'm assuming just drain enough.
Yeah. It's draining enough for the versus of feeling. It'll cause a point of exhaustion, which can only be restored by the equivalent of greater restoration.
Oh, okay. I'll say, in which case I'll say in the morning they'll wake up, pretty drained, struggling to get around. But all in all, they will survive. I'll say they will
Okay.
survive just really, really tired for several days until they can figure out what's going on. Because
Oh, cool.
access to greater restoration is going to take a while. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to be dealing with that issue for about a month or two. Because they don't exactly have that many people who can just willy-nilly use greater restoration.
Probably fix that.
Oh yeah, I mean, just find us some clerics and it should be fine.
Got greater restoration if they have the funds. Greater restoration ain't cheap.
Yeah, so I was about to say they can't just use it on average people to get rid of exhaustion.
I mean, it's 100 gold a pop, so yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, it's very expensive. So
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, I guess it's expensive for the poor.
not
I'm
even the
rich.
poor. That's expensive for anyone. I'm about to say, sure,
Anybody who's
except
not an
for
adventurer,
anyone who's not an
Oh,
adventurer or just rich.
I have 100 gold.
you're an adventurer.
You're also famous.
Yeah, but I'm not famous because I'm rich.
No, you're just famous. So they assume that you're rich. I'll say 100. I'll say 100 gold. I'll say someone just casually having 100 gold is like the ability to throw around about like 10 grand.
I'm just gonna start walking to places. I have 100 gold, guys.
I'm gonna start pulling a Captain Mama and just start paying in platinum.
Mm.
I'll say, remember, most people's rent is maybe a gold.
Not River about to crash the economy.
Wait, I have an important question on behalf of Artemis.
Hmm.
Um, did shit, not Iblis. Did did Eridia visit Artemis's tavern at all during the time skip?
That would be
No.
so cool.
I'm gonna say she has not been seen. I'm gonna say she has not been
He's
seen
setting up shop.
since since that whole thing happened. People have heard her in the mountain, and they've seen her children flying over top of the mountains, kind of seemingly patrolling. But whatever she's doing inside of the cave, she has not left.
Okay, just curious.
By the end of week 3, though, there are a couple of noticeable changes that you're noting at the back end of the city. If for anyone who's been wandering around the city, you will have gotten reports of some strange fauna that is starting to grow through the sidewalk.
Regional effects. Regional effects.
But based on, I'll say, but you can find out what those are next time.
Either that or Zerg Creep.
All Z.
All right. So I'm going into the next session as I must say, going to the next session as a major mission.
I, I gotta say, what have you been doing with this latest thing? It's not helping my last city of Corinth comparisons. Benjex is beating down our door, guys.
So I'll say now. I'll say because currently this is going to be a race against time mission.
Fun.
No, I can't run.
It's cool. You got a dog you can ride on.
What happened to your legs?
I don't think he's that type of dog.
Fenrir can carry people. Pretty sure.
Fenrir is a medium creature, so you can't use him as a mount, but like a person can carry another person, he can do that.
Whisper's not going to have to be on the
Matt's character could use him as a mount.
On the side of Kiaz.
And Missouri could shrink enough to use him as a mount.
Or Missouri could turn into a mount. Turn into a T-Rex and all of you can ride it.
I'm contemplating becoming a wizard.
Ooh. Yeah, become a Whistler to help teach Steve.
Yes.
No. Can you turn into that? What are the limit?
You can only turn into people, beasts, or dragons.
Is a wizard not a beast?
It is not a beast, no.
What does it count as?
Like I told you, it's an abomination.
That is its creature type.
Yeah, that's what when you were like, that's mean. He was like, no, it's not mean. I'm telling you, it's creature type abomination.
It's in the textbook. Well, the textbook is mean.
I don't think Steve is a person. He's people too.
It might have used to have been a person.
Steves are people too. Oh, we learn probably more if we can turn Steve into like a lizard folk, or
Steve can learn to shapeshift, couldn't he?
Steve, I'll say, based on what you heard, Steve mimics and learns any spell that is used within 100 meters of him that he sees.
Oh, then it can be done.
Steve and I are besties.
But he's also, like I said, he kind of dumb. So he doesn't actually. I'm gonna say so. Just because he knows a spell, he only knows how to use spells intuitively. So he's like, he will use a spell if it's needed. He's not going to just casually, just like, oh, he's not smart. I'll say he's like, oh, hey, what spell is good for this situation? And then said spell.
Question is, what spell is it? Answer: there's no spell.
Well, if he's in a situation and he's like, oh, hey, this spell would help me get out of this. I have the spell. And I'll say intuitively, it'll just end up getting used. Hence the reason why he did it with the mosquito. He's like, oh, hey, I'm hungry. There's a mosquito. And I want my tongue to be able to go over there and snatch that thing out of midair. Lightning lore. Blech. All right. And you guys can figure out what exactly it is that you are going to do as you head forward.
Not backwards.
Nope, no backwards. Can't go backwards anymore. Dragon took the mountain. Got to go forward from here on out.
Hmm.
I say, your backs were up against the wall. Now the wall's been taken. Now you can only go forward.
But you see, enough money thrown at the dragon, and backwards should once again be an option, yeah?
I don't know, because the dragon's like, oh, money. Thank you for the donation. Why are you still here? Go away.
Hmm.
No.
I'll say, any money that the dragon gets is a donation. It's not a bribe. It's like, I'm a dragon. You're supposed to be giving me money.
I actually was considering taking a percentage of any earnings and throwing it our dragoness's way. I mean, it'd be tiny, but it hopefully it would be a token nicety.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like the simping on the dragon that's going on. Never thought we have like dragon simping.
If you look like a mommy, you get to be worshipped.
Would it be the first time Ezrin had to play sub?
It's like, what the I was like, okay, casual picture. Okay, this is cool. It's like, oh my fucking god.
I feel like you did it on purpose.
No, I'm like, it was literally the first image that I saw when I typed in what I typed in to find it.
Sure, it was. Wink, wink.
Well, it was the first image that didn't look like a child drew it.
I believe you. Wink, wink.
Is something wrong with your eye?
Nothing's wrong with my eye.
Yeah, it's. Let's see. Typed it in. Dragon. I said.
Ballsy. That's what it sounds like you were about to sing.
Well, no, I was like dragon.
Ballsy.
Wow, no. Wow.
You're the one singing the song, sir, not me.
That looks more like a
Wait.
fae.
Wait. Our dragon's on the mountain, right? So are we rocking the dragon?
Okay, so these are. I will take a. Can't do that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in for the night.
Okay.
Love you, darling.
Be
Have a
safe.
good night. Thank you for joining us.
Of course, y'all take care, and I'll see you next time.
Yup, yup.
Go.